Connecting the two characters, Trelane and Q, was an unnecessary retcon, and I don't think it benefits the franchise. If you're new here, my name's LtComRae. This is my Star Trek safe haven. Let's get into it. The first time we see the character Trelane is in the original series, season 1. Manifests as a mischievous, childlike supernatural being. The first time we see Q is in the pilot episode of The Next Generation Encounter at Farpoint. I don't think it's any secret that I've never personally been a huge fan of the Q character. That doesn't delegitimize his existence in the franchise and what he has done cross-series. That being said, I decided to dust off the disclaimer for this one. This is just my opinion. You don't have to agree with me. But you do have to act like you have some common sense in my comment section. Let's get into it. A handful of years ago, maybe 2 or 3, during the run of Picard, John Delancey did a Twitter Space interview. I took notes because I'm a nerd. He specifically said that he spoke to Gene and that Gene never planned for Trelane to be a Q or Q to be a Trelane. John never even learned of the character Trelane until 4 years into The Next Generation because he had never seen the original series. After Gene had written the pilot episode of The Next Generation, the network wanted more. This is John's account of knowing Gene and working with him on this character. So Gene wrote another hour, and during discussions, the Trelane character was brought up, and he didn't want to introduce the Trelane character into The Next Generation. So he created a completely separate, unique Trelane type character, a completely separate, semi-omnipotent, supernatural being that he specifically named after a fan that Gene had a friendship with whose name started with Q. I haven't been watching this season of Strange New Worlds. Over the past couple of seasons, I found that I don't like the direction that the show is going. That's not to yuck anyone's yum. Do your thing if you love it. So because I hadn't seen this episode, I went back and watched it this week and debated strongly whether I wanted to make a video about it. That being episode 2 of the current season of Strange New Worlds. My issue, truthfully, isn't the reintroduction of Trelane. I thought that made complete sense. I didn't love the episode, but I thought he did a great job as the character. The difficulty I have is connecting these two characters by retcon when it was never Gene's intention. Am I Gene's leading fan? Am I running his fan club? Absolutely not. Do I think it makes sense for the franchise that there be more than one separate supernatural, semi-omnipotent, long-living, if not virtually eternal being? Yes, I think it makes more sense. The fact that Gene had the choice to reintroduce the Trelane character and decided to create a separate character should have been respected, instead of retconning and making a connection where there was never meant to be one.